wake up in the middle of a nightmare only to discover that it was only a dream, for this is the Witching Hour with Crent Stevenson. I'm Crent Stevenson, and I come to you today in a strange moment in time, for you watching on your side of the screen, for me watching you watch from my side of the screen. But there are some things that transcend unprecedented times, and that is the power of the written word. And there is no better wielder of the written word than my guest today, author, inspirationalizer, inventor, enthusiast of common gardens, Mr. David Blackburn. Welcome,
Hi.
David Blackburn.
How's it going, everybody? How you doing? Hanging in there?
Well, I can only guess what they're saying as they hear this in the future, but I believe that they are comforted to know that not anything can stop the imagination of David Blackburn. Now, you have truly outdone yourself, for you, throughout the quarantine of the year 2020, have written 5,000 new books, only in the matter of half a year.
Yeah, that's correct.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
It is.
Now, what inspired you to write so many books? And is there any one in particular that you would choose as the most important?
You know, I attended a lecture, and just one, and I remember the professor saying, in nature, everything is so intricate. Everything is so intricate and so well made that a tree creates these leaves that are perfect, and then in the autumn casts off these leaves, and they just decay and return to nature, even despite all that work. And there's something so elegant about that. It's unrivaled. And when I heard that word, unrivaled, I said, challenge accepted. David Blackburn can do exactly what a tree can do. So my goal was to write as many books as I could by autumn, and that has become my fall leaves collection.
Amazing. Now, one of my favorite passages was when you describe the inner monologue of a leaf falling from the tree. Now, some are saying that it is as good as anything that Shakespeare, Marlowe, folk of that nature, that it is as good as any monologues that they wrote. Now, can you tell us any insight into that monologue of the falling leaf?
I was reading the end, not anything before, because I don't want spoilers, but I read the end of Hamlet. And at the end of Hamlet, there's a very interesting, what I thought was a typo, but it's not, where Hamlet says the letter O 4 times.
Yeah.
Where he's dying and he goes, oh, 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 oh. And
Yeah.
I thought, what an interesting choice. And so that is why in my book about the fall leaves and the fall leaves collection, the monologue is just, it is Gertrude Stein-esque sort of passage where the leaf just goes shit, 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 and it hits the ground.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you.
Now, something that you've done that's remarkably creative, yet has been controversial for some of the people who have purchased your book, is that the books are printed on actual leaves that have fallen. And
that's
that
right.
In some cases, the leaves were so brittle that the pages were virtually unreadable. Now, some may call that defeating the purpose. I mean, some may call it genius. Now, what would you say to those people who have demanded their money back because they received the novel that didn't quite make it through the delivery process?
Yeah, I'll answer that one sec. I have to open the door for my cat.
Yes. Interesting. Cats.
Too bad, so sad. Thanks for the money. That's what I would say.
Truly a pioneer among us. Mr. David Blackburn, always a pleasure to have you. And always a pleasure to have you out there in the ether, wondering, wishing, moving along through the darkness, as so are we all. Thank you for joining the Witching Hour with Crent Stevenson. I'm Crent Stevenson. Fare thee well, friend. Yes, interesting.